Zachary Levi here, again for the final time, back full circle in Redwood City. Behind me, inside, critics and fans alike are getting some hands-on experience, an hour's worth of gameplay of pre-release code. Simultaneously, the studio dev team is hard at work crunching, optimizing, and polishing all the last little bits of code for what we will all come to know and love as the new Tomb Raider. It's a culmination of everything, and the clock is ticking. These are the final hours of Tomb Raider.
Tonight we have a large audience coming in. We decided that rather than going to one of our partners and just doing a live stream, we decided you come to us. Yeah. We have a big area in the studio and let's open it up.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
No, we've never done it because right now we've got black curtains up around a specific area of the studio, which is our next big thing. Mm-hmm. Only a select few people have been allowed to come in, right. And everybody's heavily NDA'd, and now we're going to bring 80 plus people into the studio. Well, it's exciting, to bring those type of people into the studio. They're the fans, they're the people who love it. And we want people to be a part of their experience.
On one half of the studio, all that is going on like crazy, but basically in half the studio, you guys are just pounding, working out every last glitch, every last bug, making sure that it's all just
perfect,
done and perfect, exactly, for your certs on Friday.
Yeah.
What happens when a game fails, cert?
Then things start getting sweaty around here. You're dicing with death right there. Well, you might be missing a release day.
That's how big a day this Friday is.
Yeah, it's huge.
If we submit and they come back and say, hey, there's maybe 35 things that we'd like to change, then as a studio, we'll change them. We'll improve them. Or there's small things that they say, hey, this experience might be better if you just fix this little thing. Then of course the team are literally sitting there waiting for that to happen. And there has been games I've worked on where we've submitted and within 24 hours it would get kicked back and they'd say, hey, you guys are crazy, you shouldn't have submitted it.
So, there are 80 people in the office right now. You're 4.5 days away from delivering this thing, and they're strewn about. What are they all doing?
So we have guys working out of very prioritized hit lists, right? So we say, okay, this is the most egregious thing that we've noticed lately. We'd like for you to focus in on it. What are you guys debugging here?
Looking at some menu transitions.
Oh yeah, we want to make sure everything feels snappy all the time.
Menu transitions, if I had a nickel for every time.
One of the toughest things with Lara as a character is her hair. You try to simulate hair in a video game, and it's not always exactly the way it would be in real life. But that's something that's, I think the fans really point that out, and they want Lara to look as good and as believable as possible. So even in the home stretches, we're trying to sweeten it and make you believe it. So I spend a ton of time playing the game.
So while everybody else is busting their butts trying to make it work, you're having fun. That's basically what you're saying. There's about 80 people that are all still busily working in this last week before the game goes to cert.
Absolutely.
One of those groups is called the what group?
The OMS group.
And what does OMS stand for?
OMS is an acronym for Oh My Shit.
And what does that mean exactly?
When you're into the high octane moment, the only response that we were challenging the team that it could come back with was, I would exclaim, oh my shit, that's awesome, right? Like, I couldn't even cuss properly.
It could have been the OMHG, the oh my holy god team.
Yeah.
But oh my shit,
oh my
I think
shit, it resonated.
Sufficient.
So many companies focus on the explosions. And we love explosions. I mean, there's plenty of them in the game. But it's also about sometimes that implosion moment, that time where you actually feel like you're part of that. We have an early example in the scavenger den, very early in the game, where the camera is about 6 inches from the back of her head as she's in this claustrophobic moment as the ceiling gets lower and lower and the water gets higher and higher and her torch, you're worried, is it gonna go out? And as you suck in for that moment, if it's resonating with people, as we've seen it resonate here, you actually watch people who are claustrophobic kind of lean back in their chair a little and kind of react, and that's exactly what an OMS team is about.
You feel confident that in 4 days, in 4.5 days, this thing is like ready to ship and ready to rock and gonna blow people's minds?
Well, how about we look at that? I got a board that'll tell us.
Oh yeah, where's your board?
Right over here. I'm a stats guy, right?
Okay.
Like, it's gotta be like the McNamara version of reality, right? So, and getting things done, like it's very NORAD-like with the update on where we are with bug count. So we have the number of days that we wanna count down for, the priorities of what people are given against, and then an overview of how many things are remaining to be resolved per person.
Carrie's got her work cut out for her. Come on, Carrie.
Yeah. Ultimately, we have to figure out how do we hit the quality on a predictable timeline. So right now, we're trending towards being able to hit that in 12 days.
But you need to deliver in 4.5.
Correct.
So what does that mean?
I need to go right now.
Where's your head at right now, knowing that in 4 days,
Yeah.
it's got to be completely done?
I'm super critical of what we do. You know, you tend to be perfectionists. I'm absolutely that way. It's more like, this is leaving now.
Yeah.
You're done working on it because time's up.
Yeah.
And you're like,
but there could be one more thing I could do.
It's a weird feeling because it's been part of our lives for a very long time.
How long have you been on it?
Definitely 4 years. Yeah, like
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
That's insane.
I know. I was young.
Yeah.
Fresh face.
I was young then.
Yes. No bags, no
I had
grey
a
hair.
soul.
Yeah.
It's been a roller coaster ride, and during that time we've been around the world, we've gone to shows, we've shown press, we've given hands-on, we've had community events, we've been in San Diego with you at Nerd Machine. We've seen people excited to see this and play this game, and it's been awesome. It's not just about Lara's arc, it's about the arc of people who've come in to the roles. You know, we've had people come in as animators and move up to the highest levels in their profession along these 4 years. So people have grown in these roles, families have expanded, kids have been born, but we're coming to a point now where we're, you know, probably 70, 80 plus days away from launch, and this phase has come to an end. You know, it's been awesome.
With less than a week to go before console certification, the last few bugs to squash, and a general lack of sleep all around, this production is definitely going to go down to the wire. Will they make it? Join us next time on the final hours of Tomb Raider to find out.